she probably wrote that, then tried to kill herself, because I mean, made me want to do it, you know. So we're going to have last person on, then we're going to have an open mic. So if you're on the open mic, 2 short poems after you've heard me, because it's my night. Me, 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 me. So big round of applause for Mandy Maxwell, please.
Hiya. Can you hear me all right?
We'll move the mic quickly.
If you don't mind, darling.
She called me darling.
How you doing? Good. Okay, so I don't really have a theme for tonight. I know a lot of poets and spoken word performers come on and they have a theme. I don't have a theme, but I've got a plan. And my plan is, I'm going to start you off laughing, and I'm going to lift you up a little bit, have a little celebratory poem, and then I'm going to take you on a deep, dark path of despair and depression. And before I go, I'm going to bring you back up, and I'm hopefully going to leave you laughing. Because that's the way life is, I think. So that's my plan, we'll see how it goes. Are you with me?
Yep.
Yep. First one's a love poem, it's called The Crush. You were artful, beautiful and sophisticated when I was just 14. And while all the others masturbated, my thoughts of you were clean. I did not care to cast my eye a little further down your blouse. With you I always played it shy, even when physically aroused. And then I found your Achilles heel. Your daughter's at my school too? Oh, she'll be the one on the end of my reel if my worm cannot catch you. And I missed your class one afternoon, a visit to the doctor. And I missed you, miss, but not that much, because I had your daughter. Alright, thanks. So the next one, as I said, it's a bit of a celebratory poem. This poem is essentially about the birth of my first... It's about the birth of my first niece, and she was born in 2000 in the millennium, and it was a big change for our entire family, and it was a huge celebration. And I think that's what happens when a child comes into a family. It changes things a lot. And even for a family that might be going through the absolute worst thing that they're going through ever, a kid comes along and the focus goes on to that kid, and it makes all those bad things not seem so bad. And so I think that children should be celebrated, because it's not just, when you talk about an expectant mother and an expectant father, what are you expecting? Expecting greatness. And I think that's what it's about. Oh, and it's set in Glasgow. It's called Birthday. The streets were fat with expectation, and when the wait was almost over, the waters broke, the tide turned, and one small beat infiltrated the rhythm of a house that was still in the aftermath. The streets were fat with expectation, and when the clock struck 12, The River Clyde burst her banks, the pavements flowed red wine, the cenotaph in George Square let out a lion's roar, and someone discovered the 11th commandment on the back of a toilet door. The streets were fat with expectation, and in the season's swell, St Mungo stepped down from his plinth and rang the natal bell.